are uniquely and wonderfully made. You are beautiful, intelligent, confident. You are royalty. Let's do the crown check. Let me see where your crown's at. Yes. So you are royalty, and you do have the victory. Yes, you do. Because guess what? We serve a big God. Liberation Nation. Awesome and amazing. Yes, it is. Why? Because you're here. You're locked and loaded to Liberation Nation with your host, Jewelz. Yes. And we're here with season 2, episode 10, Health is Wealth. And I hope that you know that it is. It is. And when we talk about health is wealth, we're talking about the value, right? We're talking about the value of your nature as a human being. We're talking about remaining whole, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Okay. And so how do we do that, right? We have to make sure we're nurturing each component of ourselves. This is what makes us more valuable, right? We're able to produce more often. We're able to think clearer. We're able to have better energy and stamina to endure the things that we are obligated to. We are able to be present, right, in the moment. Because if we're exhausted and tired and just, feeling, in that luggy type of, energy, if we have that energy, that's a low vibration, right? We want to make sure that we're vibrating high. And so that's why today we are talking about how health is our wealth. And of course, it all ties in to from our previous episodes. Again, if you're just now chiming in, it's okay. We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube, episodes 1 through 9. And we're all talking about a purpose-driven lifestyle, right? We are all here not to exist. Okay, you're not here to exist. Okay, you're here for a purpose. Okay, you're here. God has designed you, predestined you. He summoned you before you were even in your mother's womb, right? For purpose. So here in the flesh, our goal is to be able to do all that God has created us to do. And that consists of making sure and ensuring that our temples are whole. Okay, making sure that we are able to experience the richness of life. Rich is not monetary. Okay, you're not rich just because of the money, because guess what, you got to still keep that up and maintain it. Let a millionaire tell you. Okay, you still have to maintain that, and that still takes work. You can't get there and then get lazy and think that it's just going to be accumulated and sell. No, especially if you're not planting the seeds so that they can grow, so that they can expand, so that they can evolve, right? So in order to do that, we know when we plant seeds, what do we have to do? We have to water it. We have to nurture it. We have to sing to it. We might got to do a little dance, okay? Sunshine may be required for some plants. Some plants, it doesn't take sunshine. It takes a different type of energy. But you have to know what you are putting out, what you are giving, rather, and what you are receiving, because that's very important too. That goes with the people that is in your cipher that you keep company with. Are they nurturing you? Are they watering you? Are you able to grow within your relationships and your friendships? And how are we doing that? Are we holding one another accountable, right? Or are we looking for the quick way out? In this day and age, in this time, right? Everybody wants, it's so fast. It's so fast. And everybody's looking for a quick fix, right? That's why everybody going to get everything done. Paying money to get everything done. For what? Something that's still going to be temporary. Or something that's still going to require maintenance. Even more so now, because now you've altered the authenticity of yourself, of your body, of your spirit, of your mind, of your soul, depending on how you are nurturing it, what you're allowing to enter into your senses, right? Your vocal, your ears. All of this matters, right? And so with all of this mattering, right? This plays a big part on our bodies and how we consume, right, certain nutrients that is supposed to fuel and refuel our bodies in order to produce value. And so when we look at that and how we treat our bodies, and are we eating based upon our blood types and our body types? Are we allowing for cleansings and detoxes? Are we energizing it with natural supplements that's going to help you to be able to produce? And so we have to ask ourselves that question. And when we ask ourselves that question, what's your answer? Because if you're not taking care of your body, then your body is now going through a dis-ease. Your body is at dis-ease. It's an uneasy, right? We put those two words together, that's it's dis-ease in the body. So now these cortisol, these imbalanced hormones that's being formulated in our bodies are now affecting our organs and our internal, right? Yeah. We're all of a sudden having migraines, high blood pressure, tumors from wearing and all kind of things. Ladies, we go through the fibroids, the thyroids, all of these things that are happening internal from a woman's perspective. Men, you already know. We gotta pretty much pull you to go to the doctor's office, right? I know we understand. We don't nobody really like going to the doctor or the hospital at all. I don't know who does. But men, it's so important that you do that and you take your different annual tests, just to ensure that everything is in alignment. And then also sustaining that, you know, keeping your bodies active so you can be burning off these toxins and endotoxins and calories within yourself, right? And so with this disease and that's causing in our bodies, I mean, things can happen subtly, right? Things can happen subtly within an instant if your body is off, is out of alignment. And so we're going to be talking about that today. I actually have someone that is very near and dear to my heart that I'm about to bring to the stage. She is the queen to me of all queens. She is my empress, actually. And she is just such a phenomenal woman. That's what I can say about her all the way around. Just not trying to be biased or anything like that, but I look at the fruits of people's labor, right? And to be able to witness firsthand the fruits of this woman's labor, the different things that she has encountered and endured, the opportunities that she's always looking for and has been successful with to bring not only for her but to others and to extend out to her family. Just the thoughtfulness, the generosity of her heart. I mean, I could go on and on about this beautiful young lady I'm about to bring to the stage. So definitely stay tuned, locked and loaded, because she's up next. Can you guess who it is? Can you guess who it is? The beautiful? Can you guess? Let me see if you're right when we come back. Stay locked and loaded. Here we go. Okay, it's a winning Wednesday here with Liberation Again, if you're just joining, I am your host, Jewelz, and we were just getting in good with season 2, episode 10, Health is Wealth. Now we're going to bring to the stage, into our studios here. Again, were you able to guess who it was? Were you able to guess? Okay. Well, the beautiful, none other than, I'll give you a drum roll. No, but this beautiful queen here, she is an inspirational speaker. She is an author. She is a wellness advisor, honey, and she is just an overall serial entrepreneur, owner of A to Z Experience. Oh my goodness. I'm about to bring to the stage none other than my beautiful mother. Zelda Johnson. We are bringing to the stage Zelda Johnson. Bring it to the stage. Wop, 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 woo.
Ooh.
Ooh. I
Hi.
told you she was beautiful, y'all. I
Oh,
told you. No, wait a minute. I need to take my glasses off. You know, I got
twins,
my
twins.
glasses. Awesome and amazing. Thank you so much for being here. So much. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I
Okay,
can.
awesome. So thank you so much for being here, beautiful mother. We finally got you into the
Yes,
studio.
finally, finally, finally.
Welcome,
Um,
welcome, welcome to
Thank
Liberation Nation.
you. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Awesome. I see. Do you have your health is wealth T-shirt on
Oh
over
yeah,
there?
I got my shirt on,
What?
I had to represent today. Let me see if we can get around there. Yeah,
Look
health
at
is
that. That's divine. How about
it's all
that?
about the health now. I tell you, it's just a beautiful thing to be able to focus in on that, and we all need to. So yes, that's what I'm representing.
Absolutely representing for our special episode for today. And so
Yes.
I simply wanted to bring you on because, those that know us, those who are new to just um, being introduced and learning us, don't quite know a little bit of your background in regards to how you are a survivor. You
Ooh,
are a health survivor. You are a heart survivor.
yes, for sure, for sure.
Yes. What year is this for you?
Oh wow! So we're what is it? Started back in 2017. So I'm thinking it's going in like eighth year, I believe it is. About
Eight
yeah,
year,
yeah,
8 year
for-
anniversary. The
yeah,
number eight means new beginnings.
yes, yes, yes,
Ooh. Just give us a small synopsis of your testimony, just in regards to how important health
yes.
is and how it is your wealth.
Oh boy. Well, yes, I would definitely um enjoy doing that. It brings me pleasure now just because of all that I have been through and that I am what you said, a survivor. And I use the word pleasure because I'm happy every day to be able to just live, not of my own doing, definitely of the Father's, God's doing, but just briefly, and not to get so into it, but had some major surgeries over the last 8 years, as we say, started back in 2017. Actually, the day after Thanksgiving, it was definitely what a Black Friday in that regard. Just going out to eat with some friends and coming back on the way home, living Pennsylvania, but it was down in Maryland, and about nine of us, and we were just having a good time, and met my husband down just to meet up with him because he was working that day. Just having a good old time, But on the way back home is when it all hit, and just wasn't feeling well, and all of a sudden, I was driving because we had separate cars at the time because I met him, as I said before, but driving home to Pennsylvania and had to pull off on the side of the highway, and it was busy because it was Friday, Black Friday, everyone's out shopping, families are in town, and I'm on the highway feeling this pain that I just could not shake. Long story short, ended up my husband called the ambulance. I pulled over. I went back to the car actually to let him know what was going on. He actually thought I was having a stroke. By the grace of God, I wasn't, but I was having some excruciating pain. Called the ambulance. They came, got me to the hospital. Long story short, 5 hours later, they told me the surgeon was on his way, that I was going into emergency open heart surgery. And from that, this story just continued for the last couple of years. But what I can say is that God has been with me through it all. Had to have an open heart surgery. My aorta had disrupted. I tell them in my book, actually, I wrote a book and I'll share that with you as well. So I'll be taking excerpts from this and I'll share this with you in a moment. But I said I should have paid a little bit more attention in biology class, because honestly, I really wasn't that familiar with the aorta, to know that it had disrupted. But just knowing that and all of that details, I knew it was serious. And went through wow, 9 hours of surgery and just was unbelievable. Made it through that, did very well with it, gaining everything, rehabilitation. Well, lo and behold, 2 years later, you kind of find out I needed another one, another open heart surgery. So in total, I had 4 surgeries in relation to my heart. I've had 2 other surgeries in relation to small bowel obstruction, and 6 surgeries in total over these last few years. So when Crystal speaks about, first of all, I love Crystal for doing this, but when Crystal speaks about being a miracle, you hear about it all the time. People walking miracles. I don't take that lightly. I don't take it for granted because I know for a fact that it is just by the grace of God and His mercy that I'm still here. I learned that the year that I first had the aorta disruption, and just for the African American community, there was like 45,000 Black women that didn't make it. And so that alone, just when I learned that, was just took my heart to say I'm so very thankful. And one of my girlfriends, she laughs. She's kind of teased me. She's like, she's always telling me, she wanted to tell me Z. She called me Z. She said, God loves you. He said, God just loves you, girl. She said, and Z, you like a cat. You got 9 lives. That's our little running joke. But I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful. And I know, that God has me here for a reason. And that's part of my story for today. That definitely brought me through all of that. And this is my book, and it's called Beauty Beyond the Scars, A Second Chance at Life, A Second Chance at Love. And you have to get the book to hear the story of all what God has done in both of those areas for me, for my saving of my life, and also for allowing me to truly love again in a way that only he could bless and make to this day. So just want to share that.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And all big facts, true statements, y'all. I'm telling you, it was crazy right after Thanksgiving, getting the phone call as a daughter, right?
Yeah.
To hear that just suddenly,
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
suddenly, and coming from dinner, who knew hours later that,
Mhm.
you will be undergoing open heart surgery
Yes. Yeah.
immediately. And so we immediately went into prayer. We called
Yes.
out for all the prayer
Yes, she
warriors
did.
from all over. Okay.
Mhm.
And we went in
Yeah.
globally. And,
Sure.
we thank God for his angels. We thank Jehovah Jireh, who is
Yes.
Jehovah
Wow.
Rapha,
Wow.
God,
Yes.
our healer.
I
Jehovah
hear
Jireh
he's our
provided, as I
provider
showed
too.
provided too. But
Yes, he did.
Jehovah Rapha, God, our healer, for just being there in that surgery room and
Yes.
preparing your heart all over again.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I believe that that was still divine timing,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
just in regards to your life and where you were, just in that
Sure.
stage, season of your life, to give
Mm-hmm.
you a transitional shift into your newness. Because it's like
Mm-hmm.
a whole new life right now.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. I had a friend of mine, another girlfriend of mine, to ask, she said, because when things happen, look like, especially out of the blue, and also when it seems in a negative light, a lot of times we do want to question God. You want to say, well, why is this, or what was the reason for this? And she asked me, she said, Giselle, did you ever ask God why He allowed that? And I said, honestly, I had not. I had not really thought of it in those terms. I was just more thankful. that I was here to even to get through it. And then, we say this so often, right? God, use me. God, if you can use, we used to be a song we say, if you can use anything, Lord, use me. But when we're asking that, we got to know that can come with everything, because the Bible says all things work together for good. So the negative, the positive, when you're winning, when you're not winning, but it's all working together for the good. And that's what I believe, that God, you're doing something that was beyond my control, and it has really turned out to be, as you would say, honestly, a blessing in disguise. So I'm very thankful for even what he's been, and only because of him taking me through it. Now, if I tried to do it on my own, I may be asking, what's up? What's up? What's up with this? But because I've had his power, his strength to be able to make it through this, then I'm okay. If I say that my life is in his hands, I'm okay. And that's what I always tell everyone. You got this. So I had to say it to myself. Zelda, you got this. As long as you got God, you got this.
Yeah, certain situations it comes where you have to encourage yourself.
Oh,
Song
yes. Oh,
says
yes.
that,
Yes.
encourage yourself. When you're left in certain circumstances and situations where it's
Mm.
nobody else around that can, even if they're around,
Mm.
what can they do?
No,
Like, you can have someone that
nothing.
so loved you so much,
Yes.
but they can't bring you back to life. They can't
Sure.
heal your body in those,
Sure.
essence in terms of physical internally. So it's like now you're solely dependent upon God. That reminds
Yes.
me of song, dependable God. It's a
Yes.
song that's so sovereign, and so it's like it's just you and him. So
Yes.
you have no other where to turn, and so of course, nothing catches God by surprise.
No.
He is a grand orchestrator in everything that he does. And so even when you were saying, how you didn't even think really to question God, right?
Hmm.
I believe that may have come from your mental nourishing that you
Hmm.
do.
Sure.
So even though your body was being affected,
Yes.
right? The components, mind, body, spirit, and soul,
Hmm.
you had to have your mental intact, because of
Yes.
course when
For
you're just
sure.
going into the hospital, people are rushing you, plugging you up, cutting you, sticking you. Now a surgeon's talking about you got to come split your heart, your chest
Yeah.
open, and come in and do open heart surgery. I mean, can you imagine the mental that you had? But
Mm.
because of the
Yes.
power of prayer, because of Jehovah Rapha,
Right.
because of God's angels already going
Sure.
before you,
Yes.
it was preparing you. So you constantly had people that was praying in your ear.
Sure.
You had affirmations. You
Yes.
had
And
all these things that you were
mhm.
surrounded by. That's why it's so
Yes.
important to know what type of company you keep. Listen, if you
Sure.
don't have people around you that pray for you
Oh boy.
or
Oh boy.
believe in the power of prayer, you
Yes.
don't have them
Yes.
people in your life, oh Lord,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. You really living
Yeah.
real unguarded in this
Yeah.
life, and that's a
Yeah.
dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to reassess some things and reprioritize, right?
Exactly.
But that's so key, the mental state of it. And
Yes.
so
Yes.
that comes with, again, you being spiritually grounded.
Sure. Cultivating. Have to cultivate. And I do believe I'm a PK kid. I'm a preacher's kid. Been in church all my life and seen different churches, been involved in different ministries. But one thing I learned, that it's not about religion, being in a certain church or whatever, unless you have your own personal relationship with the Father, with God, with the Lord Jesus Christ. It's like because that, like she said, like Chris, like you're saying, that's the only one that's going to sustain you when nobody else is around. There were times when I was in the hospital bed and I'm looking up in the ceiling like, God, I need you. You know what I mean? Because I mean, the nurses, the doctors, they do all what they can, like she said, but it's God that gave me the peace that passes all understanding. It was God that just cultivated my love for Him and His love for me. We were together in it, when nobody else was there, and so I'm forever thankful for that. That having that relationship with him, because it makes all the difference. Know what
It,
I'm saying? I'm not
it does.
super spiritual or whatever, but having the relationship that nobody else can tell you, only you know what type of relationship you will have with God. And when he steps in, as he always do, because the thing about it, he's never alone. You're never alone. He's always there. He's always there for you, regardless of what the situation is. He's always there. But when he just gives you that extra, I say, like that extra hug, that extra squeeze, just to let you know that his presence, that you're not alone. And I'm so thankful for that.
Absolutely. Because one of God's promises is that he will never leave you
Never.
nor forsake you.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter the circumstance when you feeling
Sure.
alone and sometimes desolate, sometimes in a
Hmm.
state of desperation or, just lost, you know.
Sure.
It's so key that you are listening. Take some
Hmm.
time to listen to some inspirational
Hmm.
vibrations,
Sure.
speakers, music. Your mind, your
Hmm.
spirit needs that, right?
Of course.
Good music, good laughter. That means being in
Yes.
good company. They say soothes the soul.
Yes. That's
Um,
hard.
you want
Very hard does good like medicine. You gotta laugh. You
okay?
gotta
Yes,
laugh,
have
and
to.
it just does something to your spirit and your soul, and you need that.
You need
So I'm thankful for that too, because we're a laughing family. We
yes,
love to
we
laugh.
are.
We love to laugh,
Yes, we are, Chris.
If we okay, we can laugh at ourselves plenty of times,
That
right?
part. Yes, that part
So we
all the
love
way.
to laugh. So it's a blessing. I see it
Yes.
as a blessing.
So you see how that all coincides: mind, body, spirit, and soul, regardless of whatever circumstance in life in general,
Hmm. Yes.
um, or whatever circumstance your health condition,
Hmm.
may be in currently. It's okay, right?
Hmm.
In terms of we're here now, right?
Yeah.
So we just need to what? Realign,
Hmm.
readjust,
Yes.
reprioritize, refocus possibly,
Hmm.
right? And then find and get locked and connected
Hmm.
with true accountability. And
Sure.
accountability meaning that I know accountability, you think so technical terms means like, oh, like you're gonna be restricted or disciplined or anything of that nature.
Hmm.
No. Accountability is that support.
Sure.
Accountability is being able to assist with perspectives
Hmm.
or directions.
Hmm.
It may be someone that has already experienced what you are now going through,
That's true.
or someone that will experience what you're going through.
Right.
So it works both sides. And
Yeah.
so, that's why it's so important to have that accountability and to be able
Sure.
to seek, the professional advisory. Therapy is a great thing. Okay,
Yes.
we're thinking of ways that can
Yes.
alleviate this dis-ease of the
Mhm.
mind, of the
Sure.
body, spirit, and soul. So we need to talk to somebody. We can't bottle
Hmm.
and hold up all of this stuff
Hmm.
that we are dealing with because it's
Right.
only making us sick. It's
Hmm.
only stressing us out. It's only causing depression. And for a lot of people, it's causing them to go to an early grave.
Yes, most
You know,
definitely. Oh yeah.
so
Yeah.
this is just so important. I'm so grateful to have my mother still sitting here,
Yes.
able to
Yes.
speak to you guys and let you know that this is real life.
Yes.
And these are now the steps that we're taking towards living a more healthier and wealthier life. And so I know, Mom, sorry, Mom, I know, Zelda, that over the years, right? You said all the way
Mhm.
back, what, 2017?
Yes.
Having to undergo 6 total different surgeries,
Hmm.
4 of them being major surgeries
Hmm.
on your body. That's a lot. That's a lot of stress
That is a
on the
lot.
body. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not to mention that because it's been so life altering, even when it comes on to the daily things that you face with your body and the changes and
Mhm.
the happenings, right? And just staying on top of it with your doctors and your therapy, your rehabilitation, and
Sure.
all that.
Hmm.
Um of course, anyone would want to seek treatment
Mm-hmm.
or want to find out how to ease this disease
Sure, sure,
or how
sure.
to eliminate
Yes,
the
yes.
disease.
Right.
And so I know even with undergoing that over the past years and day by day, just kind of having that push and press through every day just because of your physical and health conditions, and then things still transpiring
Hmm.
present in the current
Yeah.
day. I know that you had just gotten a report that actually brought you some great, it was a bittersweet moment, if
Yeah.
I would say, where you had received some news, but then it led you to
Hmm.
um, good news. And so, could you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, wow. It's so much. It's
Sure.
so much. Even after all of that, still, my body having some different things happening because, like you said, went through so much. And we know that the body honestly is not intended to go through all the surgeries and all, of course, it can weigh on the body. So, with that being said, then other things may pop up here and there, even in spite of trying to, be healthier and do different things to do that. It had gotten to a point too that it was just like, wow, I don't know what else to do. God, this is just you. I'm just sitting and waiting for you to do what I need to do. What you're going to do in my life and in my body. So I was going, just having some visual problems, and it was just didn't really know what it was causing that. Went to have a couple ultrasound done, CAT scan done. They thought it was my carotid artery that it was clogged. One report said it was, and with that being said, I had to have an MRI done, CAT scan, and all of that, right? So with that, I um went had to follow up, but prior to that, I was introduced to something that has literally, I don't even know how to say it, have changed things, changed my life in a sense of just my health overall. I earlier said our brand name is A to Z Experience, and we do health versus in wealth. Health is the new wealth. Well, my husband, of course, he's doing the wealth side per se, and I'm the health side. And I'm just was just online, reached out to one of my cousins I hadn't spoken with in a while, and just because the doctors, for the most part, no one really had answers, for what. And by the grace of God, all the tests came back, good, and but just didn't. No one had any answers, but I was still having some symptoms, and so my mom used to always say, God has a way that's mighty sweet, right? Even when you're not looking, God is looking out for you. And I reached out to one of my cousins online on social media, and he introduced me to this product that he asked me had I heard about it. I hadn't, and it was a patch that a little patch I want to show you and introduce to you that is called the X39 patch, and this is actually it here. I don't know if you're able to see it. I'm gonna put it up here, and that's my little name there, my sleeve that I have here. Just asked me about it, and then he sent me a video of someone that had some tremendous results. Now, one thing he did also ask if I knew anything about stem cells, and I had heard a little bit about stem cells, but nothing major. From what I did hear about it, I heard it was expensive. A lot of people that had health challenges were getting stem cell shots, and some of them was working and some of them weren't. Because when I've grown to learn that you were using someone else's stem cells, so it's not even your own. So anyway, long story short, they told me, he told me rather, through the video that he sent me, a couple that I've known for some years, hadn't seen in 30 years, went through three major strokes and had AFib. Well, long story short, he was able to start using this patch, and he had this over a 14-year period. Just last year, he started using this patch, and he was not able to talk, speak. He was not able to sing. He was not able to drive, walk. Well, all of these things start turning around just from him wearing this patch. Now, we don't have enough time to really get into all the logistics of it, but it was created by a scientist. He's the owner of this company called LifeWave, and this is the X39. I'll put this up here too. X39, and oh my God, all the benefits that this little patch. Let me show you here on my arm. That this little patch ain't bigger than a band-aid. It is phototherapy. If you know anything about that, please research it. Look it up. Look up stem cells and how important it is to you. But he created this, and actually he created it right after the pandemic. But he had been working on it for the last 10 years, and I believe by the grace of God that what he says is true. God gave him this formula for this patch because it's in 80 different countries all over the world, testimonies of people in all type of health issues that are being made, or it's helping them to help their body heal itself. And I know it's a big mouthful trying to, really understand it, because I'm still wrapping my head around it, because it's been miraculous. Some of the things that have been happening, even with my own self and my husband and my sister and different ones, that we're like, wow. So we're so excited about it. Um, and we're just sharing it as well, because it's revolutionary. It's technology meets science. And I believe it's something that God has ordained. The inventor and creator of the patch was just awarded the Inventor of the Year award. And he said himself on stage, if I could put anybody's name on this patch, or I'm sorry, on this award, it would be Lord Jesus Christ. And it's just been such a blessing to me, my husband, as I said earlier, my sister, and it's just been amazing. It's just been amazing, testimony after testimony after testimony of for hundreds up to thousands of people, and we didn't even know it existed. But I'm thankful that now we do, and it's
Absolutely.
been
And look,
amazing.
I got my little pal in
You
the
got your best. You got your best. There you
yeah.
go. I'm telling
So we
you.
got our patches
I'm
on, and I
telling
just,
you.
I just want, isn't this phenomenal, y'all? I just wanted to just give you some more
Mm,
benefits so you can know. Again, it increases endogenous, the
yeah.
GHK-Cu. It produces healthier, younger cells, improves strength and stamina, improves athletic performance. So
Yeah.
athletes, it's amazing.
Hmm.
Athletes are using them, correct, Ma?
Yes. Yes.
Gaining great
Serena
results.
Williams. Serena Williams. David Beckham. The
Did you
the
tell about the military story? How this all came about?
Yeah, well, you know what? I briefly, but it all came about the energy patch, and I there's several other patches as well, but I do have the energy enhancer patch here that actually the government had asked the owner David Smith to create a patch for the Navy SEALs, because they had to stay up long hours, and when they're in a submarine, and they 20 and 30 hours on their shift. And he created this initially for them back in 2004. Wow, years are gone, because it's a 20-year-old company. So he initially started out with that, and then it just evolved. But till this X39 patch came, and it just blew everything out the water, because so many people are. One thing I do want to reiterate is that having stem cells, and when you go to research it, and I learned this because we've been with it since April, that as you get older, you 30% of your stem cells at the age 30 goes dormant. By the time you turn 60, and I'm 61, be 62 this year, in
Period.
almost all of your all of
Facts.
your still stem cells, at least 90% of your stem cells are gone. It's just dormant. Well, this particular patch is made so no medicine, nothing going into your body. It's phototherapy, which is the light from your own body and the heat from your own body. It activates the patch in order to wake your stem cells up. So that's why it's been getting phenomenal results. in all areas.
Age
It's not.
reversal.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. It's not anti-aging. It's age reversing. I'll give you some information at the end. Some websites you can go out to and see. People are literally they're reversing in their age and in their health and in so many different things. So I am so thankful that I was able to come across this, and I, like I say, kind of fell in my husband and I lap, and we're just so blessed and thankful. So we just wanted to share it here tonight with you all, and hopefully, or today, I'm sorry, the podcast. So hopefully you will, research, do your research, because our thing is, or my request has been, God, we just want to help. You have blessed me so, and I didn't even know about the patch. And now that I do know about it, and I can now go out and help, and that's all we do is just share it with people to get educate them to even know. Like I said, most people don't even know that stem cells are dormant. That's why we age and getting older, feeling, wake up one morning like, what is this, But now this is giving us another chance. And that's so funny because my book says what? A second chance at life. It says a second chance at love, but a second chance at life. And I really feel that even more so now that I've been introduced to this X39 patch.
Absolutely. It improves recovery time. It improves
Mhm.
movement and mobility,
Yes.
supports mental clarity, maintains sustained energy, supports healthy skin and nails, improves sleep and mood quality,
Ooh.
supports health and wellness, supports
Ooh.
overall vitality,
Yes.
naturally increases longevity, renovates and rejuvenates. Honey,
Rejuvenates.
I
Oh
don't
my
know what
God.
you just got.
Energy. I wanna
Listen, just
I wanna go
you
back to
need
one
it.
of I want to go back just to one, two of them. The energy is something, but
Yeah,
also
that's what
the
it's doing for
sleep.
me.
The sleep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm telling you, I used to dream
Me
maybe back in the
too.
day, but didn't ever really dream. Oh my God, the sleep that I get now, and that's across the board. And almost everybody you hear talk about it. Well, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
my partners, the sleep there is so much deeper, and you get sleep. So if you're someone that needs and you can't, sleep or whatever, I'm gonna tell you, it will do that. And the thing about it too, it's gonna do whatever it needs in your body.
Right.
It's not a one-stop shopping, one-stop-fit-all type of thing. Even though, oh, another thing I meant to say, it's patented. He's a creator. He's created over 200. He has 200 patents.
200 patents and 80 studies,
Yes,
distributed to 100 companies, 3,000
yes,
growth since between 2018 and 2024. I mean, this is definitely
yeah.
official right
But
here.
this is the thing,
Top secret right
exclusive,
now.
exclusive patent for the next 15 years. No one can touch it. And that's the other part of it. It's just been phenomenal. So I tell you,
I,
it's
this all
you,
just
you need to
sounds
check it out. I just say you
amazing.
need to check it out.
This
Yes,
all sounds amazing.
yeah,
It sounds like it's doing wondrous things for you. I
yeah,
know that recently when you went to the doctor and they were talking about some twisted tubes and things like that
yeah.
that's
My
going on in your
artery.
neck and how you've been taking the patch and then you went back
Sure.
just the other day for your
Yes,
follow up and they was like, What you
it's
doing here?
gone. It's not.
What are you
It's
doing
gone.
here?
And I'm telling you, I have
We can't make this
testimonials.
up. This is
I
us.
know, I
We
know. It was like
you.
it was gone. He was like, "You don't need to come back here because it's nothing. I don't see anything there." So I'm so
Wow. Look
thankful
at
for that.
God.
I'm just, it's so much. It's so, like I
So
said,
many things
but we're
here.
gonna we're gonna we're gonna definitely give you the websites to go out so that you can do your due diligence and listen to these testimonials that you're gonna hear. It's gonna be amazing. Mine's gonna be on there soon because we got more things going on. So that God is doing with it. So
And
yes.
it's phenomenal. I'm looking here. They have a whole chart because even though the X39, the main patch that's kind of for overall wellness, they have other specific patches too
Hmm.
for to repair your stem cells. They have for stress and inflammation. They have for
Oh yeah.
brain circulation. They have detoxification, vital energy. If you haven't, restful sleep for those who suffer with insomnia and things of that nature. skin, sleep, cravings, and hormones. And then there's an ice wave for
Mm.
pain management.
Instantly, yes. Instantly. It will knock the pain. That I have that here as well. This is the Ice Wave patch. And they come in a sleeve. You get a 30-day supply of the X39 and the different ones. But I tell you, the main one that you want to just start with is X39 because that's going to wake up those stem cells and it's going to start repairing things that even these patches will do eventually, will do immediately, so to speak, but they're going to start the process to going. And you're going to definitely be able to feel and tell the difference. Like I said, we never guarantee anything, but like I said, it's so many testimonials that you're gonna benefit and feel something going on in your body. So if you know any yourself or your family members or friends that are suffering, from strokes and heart surgeries, where I have knee replacement, hip replacement, you heal quicker. I have the top one of the guys in our group. He just had neck surgery, and it was like supposed to be almost like 8 weeks for him to recover. He recovered in like 2.5 weeks just
Mm,
by having the patch. It
mm,
speeds up the recovery. So it does a lot, and we've said a lot, but
yeah.
definitely check it out because
Yeah,
you
I just want to
honestly you'll be glad you
tell the
did.
people, so whoever can identify with it much,
Sure,
as possible, can. But yes, we're calling out those if you are experiencing any type of
sure,
back tension, bloating, gas,
yes,
bone, muscle. You need hair support. Maybe the edges ain't growing back right. Congestive support. You gotta
yes.
slow
That's
down.
so
You don't gotta
funny you
slow
say
down
that
your
because I had
steps.
someone to tell me that they're okay. I'm sorry. I had someone to tell me that because it
See?
does. It promotes growth, hair growth. Some that age reversing. Some people hair literally that are gray is turning back dark again. It's like I
Wow.
said. It's so many testimonials
Yeah.
that
Congestion
yeah,
support,
yeah.
dizziness, head tension with the migraines,
Oh yeah,
hormone
migraines.
support, any hormonal imbalances, sinus support if you have asthma, things of
Mhm.
that nature. I mean, the list goes on and on. So definitely, this sounds phenomenal. All we want you to do is just try it out. It's all natural. We're
You're
talking
right. Yeah.
cells, okay? This is what they're
Yes.
getting from out of the biblical cores, and they go and they freeze them up for many, many years, and they use for blood transfusions
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff. The amazing thing about this, right? Because since we are big up on blood type and body type here, with Liberation Nation and Jump Fit 3.0, who we had on as our guest previous, is the fact that it sounds like most blood types can take the patch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that is the most phenomenal that I'm finding with it
Sure.
too, because usually, like with medications, right, and
Mm-hmm.
chemical
Yeah.
based things, you have to be careful about, which blood type is able to accept it,
Yeah.
and so
Mm-hmm.
with this, to hear so many and to see so many different testimonials from
Hmm.
all different blood types, it's just
Yeah.
been amazing.
Yeah. And Chris, let me just reiterate there as well because it is not. Some people say, well, is the Food and Drug Administration, do they endorse it? Well, no, they don't because it's not a food nor a drug. So it's nothing going into your body. So even with the medication that you are on now or maybe on now, it does not interfere at all. So a lot of people will say, well, I need to check with my doctor. Please do that. But also, what I would tell you, go out and look at the panel of doctors that are endorsing this and
Mhm.
actually using it in their practices. And it has changed people's lives. So definitely do that. And it will definitely, and I also want you to look up David Smith and I think first of all we'll have somewhere to put a link or anything to put
Yeah, we
yeah.
definitely, 'cause that's what
So
we were about to
we'll
actually
and
go
this
ahead
is him.
and wrap it up.
He's the creator and the owner and the inventor of the patch. Look him up because I'm telling you how the concept came and where it's going. Because I know a lot of it you hear is like, oh yeah, it's like too good to be true. But I'm telling you, it has been phenomenal and life changing, and it's still doing it. And it's not only what it's doing right now, but where it's going as well. Where it's
Absolutely.
going, it's just
Like
it's
best kept
yeah.
secret right now.
It
I know
is.
the
It is
word is about to
very.
get around
It's
because it's
very
me. They're like, yeah, I've heard a little bit about it. Or, of
sure.
course, with technology, there are different patches, nicotine patch,
Hmm.
all this type of stuff that's going around.
Sure. Nothing like
We want to rejuvenate, re-energize, re-stimulate these dead cells
yeah.
that is occurring,
Yeah.
right?
And
And we're
something that
constantly going
truly
through that.
works.
So I love it. I know we
Yeah,
have
it's
to
something
wrap
that
it
truly
up.
yes.
We definitely can have you back. But
Yes.
definitely, this is the Life Wave X39, where we have wellness advisor Zelda Johnson representing for this company here. And so we would definitely make sure that we have your information in our post. But if you could just briefly go ahead and let the people know how they can contact you and receive more information and details.
Oh yes. Well, you can contact me through Z Style at Yahoo. I'm sorry, Z Style 14 at yahoo.com. And you also can check this out at I'm saying it wrong, Chris, at lifewave.com /A2, the number two, the letter Z experience. Again, that's lifewave.com, and it's /A to Z experience. And it'll tell you all about this, but I also want to give you two websites. This is itinfo.com. This is itinfo.com. And the next one is Digital Alliance 101.com. With both of those last two I gave you, that's where you're going to find out all of the information that you need, the research, the clinical studies, everything that you would need to do your research on this particular product and program. My book, it's called Beauty. Let me get it here. It's called Beauty Beyond the Scars, A Second Chance at Life. You got a little light there. Get out the way there. A second chance at life, a second chance at love. That's Beauty Beyond the Scars, A Second Chance at Life, A Second Chance at Love. And it's been such a blessing just to even write. I wrote a little section right after the pandemic for another group of authors that never written before, just told a little chapter, surviving my second quarantine. I wrote that first, and then I went on to write my own story. And
Amazing. How can they purchase
yeah,
the book?
they can actually purchase it on Amazon, but also we'll leave a link, my personal link, that I would want you be
Amazing.
able
What
to
about your
get.
Facebook very quickly?
Yes, Facebook is Zelda D Johnson. I'm on Facebook. You can find me there. I'm still getting equipped to the accustomed rather to all the social media and things like that. But you can find me on Facebook. You can reach out to me there as well. So I'm just hoping that you would be blessed by all of these and what we're bringing to you. And just check them out. I tell everybody I'm a very intentional person. I don't take things for granted. And since I've been through all that I've been through, I always try to be as authentic and transparent and legitimate as I possibly can because people's lives are at stake. We're hurting here in
Hold on, Mom.
America, you know, just so much is going on. And so,
Quiet.
but if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You can have all the money in the world.
Amazing, amazing. Oh, that was just. Did y'all enjoy that? Oh, I feel full already. I just feel like I just been just really just eating just some good food, just nourishing. Like, oh, thank you so much for that, Queen Z, for sharing the wealth, letting us know just how much health is wealth. I know that we didn't get into that part because we are just all about the people and the wellness of everything. But this also is life changing in more than one way, and it's
Sure,
more than one way, multiple
sure,
ways rather.
exactly.
And so, of course, with your healing, with your sustainability of your body, and with keeping your body rejuvenated, right? This also could be another opportunity, lucrative for you, a lucrative
Mm-hmm.
opportunity,
That's
because
true.
there is opportunity for you to be able to earn income
That
based
sure
off of
is.
this.
That is
Again, this
true.
is like almost top secret.
Yes.
Okay, the government had a hold of
Right.
this for a minute. There are several patents on this that just shows you the significance and how serious LifeWave is. And so, again, once you're able to go to the websites that we are dropping and that Zelda provided for you, you'll be able to see the compensation there, that is also available if that's something that you choose. But we're all about saving lives. We're all
Yeah.
about purpose driven life. We're all about living as long as we can, right? The longevity
Mm-hmm.
of um, the reason why we're here, so that we can fulfill this purpose on this land. We don't want to get in our own way, right, by not
Mm-hmm.
taking care of ourselves appropriately when we're out of here and not able to fulfill the purpose that God has called and ordained us for. So that's why it's so important, because we want to live a full life.
Mm-hmm.
We want to live a fruitful life. My grandmother, she just passed. God rest her soul, Grandma Rose. But she
Mm-hmm.
lived 88 years. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
a glorious thing. Yes, it's
Yeah.
a sad moment, but that's a full life.
Mm-hmm.
For many others that didn't couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even say this, he's double that age, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're just grateful for opportunities like this, to be able to experience that it's actually bringing forth results, that's
Mm-hmm.
actually healing bodies, that's actually um, bringing value to you, to
Mm-hmm.
yourself. And that's what you want. You want your health to be your wealth. We have traveling to
Yeah.
do. We have so much of the world to see and experience. And so it's accessible to us.
Yeah, sure.
But we have to be able to be in good health to experience it,
Mm-hmm.
and to experience it fully, not in pain and not in misery and not in
Mm-hmm.
despair, but to fully enjoy it. And
Sure.
so we are just so happy about this moment. I am. Again, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Zelda. Um,
Thank you.
thank you so much, Zelda,
Yeah.
for being here. And we definitely are going to be getting back together real
Sure.
soon,
Yeah.
okay?
Wonderful. Thank
Awesome and amazing. And so, yes, Liberation Nation, we did that. That was very, very fruitful. And I hope that you were able to grasp all that we have prepared here for you today on the table, on the plate. Okay. So let's feast. You can that's why we go on YouTube. So you can go back and rewind and rewatch and share and all these great features that we have. And so, thank you for being open. Thank you for being receptive. And thank you for getting serious about your life. We love you. We want you here as long as possible. And so let's work together with that. You have the patch, you have wellness advisory here. Okay, you have accountability partners here as well. So tap in. Okay, tap in. We would love to assist you and serve you. So, thank you again. This has been season 2, episode 10, Health is Wealth. And let's raise the vibrations, raise the value on a dollar. Okay, raise the value. The value is the lifespan. Okay, we want to raise the lifespan. And so, we're going to do that efficiently. And so, thank you again. Have a blessed rest of your week, the rest of your day. Okay, greatness is in your future. And until next season, next episode 11, this is winding us down. We have episode 11, and then we have a limited edition episode that we will be having to close out our podcast season. So give yourselves a round of applause for showing up for you today. You, guess what? That's a win. We winning, because we leveling up. And so thank you so much. And stay tuned and locked in to Liberation Nation. We'll see you on next Wednesday.